CTV News at 6 with Joe Perkins.
Good evening. Thank you for being here tonight. We begin with some breaking news. At least 5 people have been stabbed outside the Red Lion Inn in Saanich. It happened just after 4 o'clock this afternoon. Unconfirmed reports at this time are that 5 men, all chefs at the Red Lion Inn, were stabbed. All the victims were rushed to hospital. Witnesses say at least one of the people appears to have been in critical condition. Buildings in the area were evacuated immediately. Traffic was stopped and police are still on the scene. We did speak to one of the witnesses who was there at the time of the stabbing, and here's what he had to say.
There was about 5 people clutching their chest, like heart area, and because they're all in kitchen whites, right? So they're in a white pants, like white chef jacket. And there was blood. There's blood all seeping through all their whites.
As far as I know, 5 people have been stabbed. They're shutting down the bar for the night. So as far as I know, that's all I know.
If you're just joining us, 5 people have been stabbed at the Red Lion Inn in Saanich. We have a team on the scene, and we will bring you more information when it becomes available. Traffic in the area is expected to be delayed for quite some time. A 28-year-old man is on life support with serious head trauma after being struck by a car late last night in Nanaimo. The cyclist was traveling southbound on Wall Street when a man driving a Mazda 3 made a left turn, pulling into the cyclist's path. RCMP say it was almost impossible to see the cyclist, who was not wearing a helmet. He didn't have lights on his bike either and was dressed in dark clothing. Alcohol was also a factor on the part of the cyclist. The crash is under investigation. Police are reminding anyone riding a bike to wear bright clothing and reflectors, and of course always wear a helmet. BC Ambulance has confirmed 2 people are in hospital after a motor vehicle incident on Highway 4 east of Port Alberni near Cameron Lake. It happened around 2:15. One person was airlifted to Victoria Hospital in critical condition. Another person was taken by ground to Nanaimo. Police are investigating the cause of the crash. Also in Nanaimo, RCMP are investigating a stabbing at the King Arthur's Court. It happened just before 7 last night. A woman was arrested on scene. She was later released. The victim was rushed to hospital and is expected to recover. Anyone with any information is asked to call Nanaimo RCMP. Saanich police are investigating after a cedar hedge erupted into flames last night and was dangerously close to an apartment complex. Police say a flood of calls came in yesterday afternoon. All reports that the building at the corner of Mackenzie and Cedar Hill Road was on fire. Now, it was actually a cedar hedge that ignited, and police say they are investigating the fire as an arson.
Saanich Fire was able to suppress the fire very quickly, and it's very fortunate because the hedge itself is nearly directly up against the structure itself. And here, the apartment complex is Rosebank Manor, which is a home for elderly citizens. These are people's grandparents, and many of them would have had great difficulty exiting had the fire actually set fire to the building itself.
Witnesses say they saw a small group of 13 to 14-year-old boys running away from the blaze. If you have any information, you're asked to call Saanich Police or Crime Stoppers. More than 3,000 people in the South Island woke up to darkness this morning after a fallen tree took out a power line this morning. Waves rocked the shores up and down Vancouver Island today with heavy winds, in some places reaching upwards of 80 kilometers an hour. A wind warning was in effect for Nanaimo this morning until 11 a.m. In Victoria, the downed power line knocked out power for the Fernwood, Rockland and Gonzales neighborhoods. It also knocked out a couple of traffic lights. And on the water, BC Ferris was operating behind schedule today because of adverse weather conditions. And the wind also playing a role with the new Ferris wheel in Centennial Square, which officially began spinning this afternoon. This year, instead of an ice rink, for $2 you can go on the 20-meter high wheel. Operators say with heavy winds at night they have to remove buckets or else the wheel begins spinning on its own. The wheel is running until 10 o'clock tonight and from noon until 8 tomorrow. If you miss it, don't worry, it's also running next weekend.
Oh, I think it's pretty exciting having a Ferris wheel here, especially for the upcoming Santa Day parade.
It was totally awesome and it was really, really fun.
It was really awesome.
it was really cool.
Along with the Ferris wheel, the Downtown Victoria Business Association will also be featuring 2 new interactive lighting displays that can be seen in Centennial Square.